in recovery, and I decided to kind of take that more broadly and think about trust. That is trust in your meal plan, trust in your staff, and the treatment team that you're working with, and the people you're surrounding yourself with, and then trust in yourself that you can do it, and trust that there's the possibility of recovery.
I have consulted also with some people and people in recovery who have had successful recoveries have said to me, the fact that people pushed me really made a difference and really, really believed that I could completely recover and just kept on pushing me.
I think the question was initially worded the single most important. That was really difficult, but if I had to chisel it down to the single most important factor, I think it's getting underneath the shame that I think is present in individuals, and that's whether they have binge eating disorder, anorexia nervosa, EDNOS, bulimia, that each person on some level I think is struggling with shame on both the level of eating, but also I think shame on the level of interpersonal needs being met and being comfortable with need and want, and really their humanness.
Can everyone hear me from that? So I also picked one thing because that was the question. What's a different thing? Yeah. So, I think the most important aspect, if I had to pick one, would be the therapist-client relationship. And I actually ended up switching therapists a lot because I was moving between outpatient and inpatient at various programs. And that turned out to be a good thing because I was able to see how some of those therapists worked better for me than others. And the main issue for me was how they reacted to my trauma history. The best ones never made me feel shame, and I felt like they really believed me. And the ones that I didn't feel that way, wasn't an intentional thing. It's just a really hard thing to deal with. And I've also heard a lot of other patients complain about not working well with their therapists. It's really just a personality thing. Some click and some don't. And I think the problem is that patients are unable to say to their therapist, this isn't working. They don't want to upset people. They may feel it's their fault, or they may not even know what the relationship is supposed to be like if they have nothing to compare it to. So I think it would be really helpful, especially in a residential setting, if there was some kind of outside assessment of a therapist-client relationship, like maybe a questionnaire that you would fill out periodically. So if a client doesn't know, for example, that they're not supposed to be feeling a lot of shame around their therapist, the outside observer would know. And I don't know how feasible it is, but I know it would be very effective for patients if there were someone else to step in and say, this isn't working and maybe we need to transfer.
Well, I sort of had a tip that the question was going to be changed. So, but my original answer when it was just one thing was hope, and that's actually why there's an article out there. It's an excerpt from my new book, but there's a handout, and it's called, I don't know if some of you guys have it, it's called Who Am I Without Ed? And that is pieces about hope, and what I find in getting emails from girls who are struggling and men, and from my own experience in recovery, so many people ask me, well, is it really worth it? Who am I going to be without my eating disorder? Is it worth fighting for? Do you ever really recover? Do you get better? And I find that for my personal recovery, I had to work with people, my treatment team, people who completely believed in me, and everybody was on the same page that there is full hope for full recovery, so that I would never lose hope, because that was so important. And then when I found out that you changed the question, I realized real hope. Like, one thing I realized in my recovery too, real hope combined with doing nothing never got me anywhere. Like, I could sit around hoping all day that I get better, but if I'm not eating right, I'm not going to get better. So I find real hope combined with real action, that's what pushed me forward. So that's the second thing. The real action for me was the treatment team that was connected, that worked closely with me, the doctor, the therapist, the dietitian, having that network that I could always fall on, and people who were helpful.
I always thought of hope as like the fuel to do the work.
Yes.
And so I think of work, the definition of work is mental or physical energy directed toward a goal. That's the actual, like, Webster's. So I always thought